your life probably sucks. Everything is slowing down and no one is talking about it. Birth rates are declining and no one is talking about it. Why? If you start critically asking yourself these questions, then maybe you can come to a sort of accusation that essentially we do it to ourselves. As humans, we're known to be greedy, known to kind of chase status, value, or just fulfill our inner sense of importance. In my eyes, or in many people's eyes, that's also a sign that there's a depth in ambition, value, vision, and drive. Think about it. Everyone that you know, your friends, family, classmates, brothers, sisters, don't click off yet because I know you're thinking about it. Hold up a second. Why do you think they don't have any family yet? I know some of you may have people who with family members, but some of you may not. Why do you think so? In my mind, right? I think it's because people nowadays feel undervalued. No, that's not the right word to use. They feel underdeveloped, as in they're not ready yet to have a family. Why do I say that? One, because of how the economy is now. Everything's expensive. Food's going up. Gas is especially going up. Recently, the freaking U.S. put tariffs on China and some other countries as well, and China put tariff back on U.S. So we got all that going on. And that aspect of it, I'm not a political person, just throwing it out there. There's people with their political sides, but I'm not political at all. So, but we got that aspect of it. People feel lost, overwhelmed because they don't see themselves. They don't know their purpose. They don't know why they're here. Some people are just kind of aimlessly going through life without a set direction because they don't know how to find their purpose. The system trained people to kind of obey what they say. I say this, you do that. I know for me personally, right, when I was in high school, middle school, and elementary, I didn't really find out about self improvement videos or self improvement itself until I was like maybe my final year in high school. I just kind of went with society's programming. Wanted to get a good job, which I did when I was younger. I worked at Zaxby's, if you heard of it, flipping chicken, making chicken, well, flipping chicken. Go to school. I wanted to get a degree, but now I'm still teeter tottering, getting a degree and not getting a degree because of how everything is. Because once you find out information, then your worldview kind of opens up, and you can't ignore it because it's out there now, and you already have the knowledge of what to do and what not to do. Are you still paying attention, or are you part of the system as well? Did you just click off? Maybe before I got to this point, maybe share your Instagram why you listening to me at this moment. Maybe you're looking at the comments, but there's no comments. I'm not at that moment yet. That's the system in your body, in your mind, telling you, not telling you, but taught you that there's this thing called TikTok brain, where people cannot focus on something for more than 10 seconds. I myself included. I have a bunch of YouTubers who am interested in, but as soon as I want to say 5 minutes, before even 5 minutes, I can't. For some weird reason, I can force myself to, but when I'm not thinking about it, when I'm unconscious about it, I just click something else and go scroll something else if I'm not paying attention to it. That's just the way society is. It programmed us to do stuff like that. Now, to get back on topic, people like me and you can be the individuals that can upgrade, that can be better. But we need to develop some skills, some hard skills and soft skills. But the main ones are public speaking, emotional intelligence, learning how to make money, and discipline. Those things are something that no one can take away from you. Now, let me explain each one. By public speaking, meaning doing stuff like this. Naturally, myself, I'm in the Marine Corps, so and not raised up the rank. Currently, I'm a staff sergeant, so I had to speak to different amount of people to get to where I'm at. Some people don't have to, but you can throw yourself out there in order to get the experience and the grind in order to be better. doing stuff like this, talking to a camera face to face. You think I'm talking to you, but I'm not. I'm looking at my camera, talking to it, but I see you at the other end of it. This helps improve your confidence, helps improve your rate of speech because I can learn how to talk like this when I'm trying to prove a point or when I'm trying to make something mean something, or I can talk like this when I want something to be remembered. Or I can do a combination of both. That what skills teach you. That what public speaking gets you. You learn skills over time in order to help you become a more rememberable, if that's a word. I'm just gonna say a person to be remembered. As well, it helps you get your point across. That next one is going to be that emotional intelligence. Nope, backtrack. With public speaking, you can learn this thing called copywriting as well. If you combine public speaking and copywriter and you're the middle of both of that, then your life will be greatly improved. Because essentially, for some people like myself, before I started doing this, writing was essentially my bread and butter, something I love to do because I can explain my thoughts better in words in writing than I can in words. But that just comes with time, skill, and practice over time. Now on to the next one, which is emotional intelligence. What does that mean? Let me ask you a question. When you get in an argument, do you tend to kind of argue back? Let's say that you happen to have an argument with maybe your boss, or not your boss, your brother or sister. And are you the type of person to kind of say, okay, and just walk off? Or are you going to say something else? Now, I know for some of you, if you have a brother or sister, it's different because I understand I have a brother myself. So sometimes I tend to kind of say something back. But essentially, emotional intelligence can help you improve your relationships and your leadership as well. Because essentially, it's you learning your emotions and how you think and how you act or how you feel certain things whenever a situation or circumstance arise. So if you were to get mad in a conversation at somebody, you wouldn't show it to your face because you already train yourself in knowing not to do that. If you were to feel emotion rising during this meeting, you will feel it. Say, what am I feeling right now? Am I mad? Or am I feeling mad? You'll consciously pay attention to that emotion and work your way through it. Explain to yourself how can you overcome that feeling of being mad. That's a leadership skill that people undervalue. If you're in the Marine Corps, it's been added to JJ Did type buckle now. Just look it up if you don't know. But that next one, it was pretty much learning how to make money. For me, I first learned how to make money through copywriting. Copywriting was essentially my bread and butter back in the day, like I said. I was an email copywriter and content copywriter. And for me, it helped me explain my deals much easier than just me just talking because I naturally speak fast in general. So I have to slow down in order for people to understand me at times because when my brain gets too excited, my words come out just like this. So my brain is my brain makes me sound normal in my head. When I'm talking to other people, it sound like this, just yapping away. That's the bad thing and good thing about it. And the last one is discipline. Doing what you would do every single day, as you would said. Now there's exceptions to that, but doing what you would do a majority of the time, every single day. What do I mean? For example, in the beginning, you may have a hard time getting out of bed in the morning to do what you need to do. Some days it's not okay, but it is okay because discipline itself is a lifetime habit to learn. Like going like staying fit. Think of it like staying fit. Some days you want to go and do it. Sometimes you don't want to go and do it. Some days you do it just because. Some days you don't because you're tired. That's how you should think about discipline. It's a lifetime habit you need to develop. And on that point, I have a course I made a link in the description for discipline, where it will help you improve your discipline in your personal life and your professional if you choose to do so. I have a premium and a free version. I think the free version will be worth your time. Just give it a try and link in the description. Now, like I said before, these things are something that no one can take from you if you ever develop it. to kind of end this off in a positive note, just because other things are going on in the world, don't let it affect you or your emotions. It may affect you externally, meaning your money, but you have a way, to be better. You just need to find different skills in order to help you grow and be better than you were yesterday or over time. But that's all I got. Thank you for listening. Stay motivated.